Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has come under fire following a recent address marking the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women. In a video posted on X, formerly Twitter, Mr. Albanese expressed his condolences to victims of domestic violence, stating, "Today, we pause to remember all those whose lives have been lost to domestic and family violence. One death is one too many. One death per week is an epidemic, and each death represents a universe of devastation. Domestic, family, and sexual violence contradict everything we cherish as Australians." While his message was solemn and heartfelt, it sparked backlash in the comments, with many Australians criticising the timing and focus of his policies. The discontent was largely directed at the government's proposed misinformation legislation, which critics view as an attempt at censorship. One user commented, "So does censorship. Preventing kids from interacting with their friends and family feels pretty un-Australian." Another accused the Prime Minister of trying to distract the public by rushing through a bill that would limit access to alternative viewpoints and non-government-approved information. Adding fuel to the controversy, some linked the announcement to the government's push for a digital ID system and new laws prohibiting social media access for those under 16. One frustrated commenter wrote, "This is important, but it's being announced while he pushes the digital ID bill. It's disgraceful." These reactions came just a day after Communications Minister Michelle Rowland revealed that Labor would abandon efforts to introduce a misinformation bill, as the Greens, the Coalition, and several crossbenchers declined their support. However, the Albanese government remains committed to other legislative efforts, including restricting social media use for minors and implementing a digital ID system by year-end. The digital ID proposal, spearheaded by Government Services Minister Bill Shorten, includes an $11.4 million trial for a QR code mobile application that could replace traditional identification documents such as driver's licenses and passports. This app, integrated into the My Government wallet, would store personal details such as birth dates, addresses, citizenship status, and qualifications. The system could be used for tasks like booking hotel rooms or verifying age at bars. While the government touts it as a convenience-driven innovation, security experts and opposition members have voiced significant concerns, warning of potential privacy and security risks. While Mr. Albanese focused on domestic violence awareness, a coronial inquest underscored the urgency of addressing this issue in the Northern Territory, NT. Coroner Elizabeth Armitage revealed harrowing statistics: 86 domestic violence-related deaths of women over the past 24 years, with the majority being Aboriginal. In court, Domestic and Family Violence Commissioner Mella Kin spoke out about the lack of resources, stating, "Only the Northern Territory, which has the highest rates of domestic violence in the country, lacks a peak body to address the shocking horror. We must acknowledge that our government and non-government agencies are failing to make a difference." These revelations have reignited calls for targeted funding and structural support to combat domestic violence in the NT and across Australia. In another controversy, Anthony Albanese faced criticism regarding his announcement about Western Sydney International Airport, set to open in 2026. Together with Infrastructure Minister Catherine King, the Prime Minister revealed that Singapore Airlines would be the first international carrier to operate at the airport. However, Shadow Transport Minister Bridget McKenzie criticised the announcement, claiming no formal agreement had been signed. Instead of making announcements about international flights that lack contracts, the Albanese government should focus on reducing the cost of domestic air travel, McKenzie stated. In response, the government clarified that Singapore Airlines had confirmed its intention to operate at the airport, allowing the airline to begin planning future operations at the new facility. The airport remains a central infrastructure project for the Albanese government, promising to enhance connectivity and create economic opportunities in Western Sydney. Thank you for watching Aussie Pulse. If you found this update informative, please give it a like, leave a comment, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button. Your support helps us bring you the news that matters most. Until next time, stay informed and stay safe.